other trauma that's involved with like your physical needs not being met, right? But that wasn't my experience. I had physical needs met, but my emotional needs weren't being met. And that the pressure of like being perfect, being as good as whoever, like for me with my brothers were always put on this pedestal of like, well, your brother would never do that. Well, your brother would never do that. And like, look at your brother. A lot of parents do this, like not recognizing what impact it has on children, right? I think I even see parents nowadays will say things in comparison to their other siblings, and it's just ignorant. They just don't know like what that does to kids. But I do think that there was some like comparison competition like between my siblings. And sometimes we still have those dynamics once in a while. And I actually remember, so I was frustrated a lot and that was the appropriate response. And so now you get to like work through that and heal that and work forward. But at that time, that's what your body knew to do. So you have to trust your body. That's what it did. And that's okay. And so I've had to work through like how unsafe I felt in those moments and how numb I was in those moments. And that was the appropriate response. And so now you get to like work through that and heal that and work forward. But at that time, that's into my life. And it's because of how I treat myself. I don't think I'm better than anything else because this is how I'm treating myself. If I'm treating myself like garbage, why wouldn't I let them treat me like garbage? Like that's exactly what I'm familiar with and I'm comfortable with. And so the past 4 years have been this like deep dive into learning how to genuinely love who I am, speak kindly to myself, even when I screw up or make mistakes. And please bless, I'm not perfect at it by any stretch, but like my first marriage was the only one that I really like said, I'm leaving. He tried to get me to stay several times, but I was like, no, the abuse and the lies and like all the things he was doing just were too much. So I did end up like filing the paperwork. And then this last one, semi-mutual, like I put order of protection in place. He responded with divorce papers. But I mean, I was planning to file them anyway. So it was a little bit more like mutual ending of like, this isn't working anymore. And we got to just move on for the sake of our children. Like way down the road, he started to kind of do some sessions with me, but it never really panned out well because my personal belief is that marriage counseling or marriage coaching is not going to work unless both parties are doing their own work. Because you step into a marriage counselor's office and like, you need to talk about like the things that are pissing you off, the things you're hurt by, but you can't say it in front of them. One, if you're in a domestic abusive relationship, then that's going to cause more problems at home.